people who are in their role, bossing up their role.
Let's go!
Let's get it!
It's not if you own the company or not, it's how you own the role. Ice cream is coming. Guess what? It is your corner office. Season 2, bigger and better. And guess what? You think it's not yet? Check it out. Put the end of the place. Undercover. Easy yourself.
In a world where innovation meets tradition, agriculture is evolving like never before. From the latest sustainable farming technologies to age-old practices passed down through generation, agriculture is
precious to me.
I love the animals. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I love working.
Join us right here on CVM TV every Sunday during news at 7 as we explore the people, the science, and the breakthroughs that are shaping the way we grow, eat, and live. You don't want to miss it. This is Farming Forward.
Open a deposit account in the JN Bank Savings Streams promotion and save monthly for a chance to win an all-expenses paid trip to Peru. Enter now. The time by JN Bank Savings Streams promotion is 6 o'clock.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Where the difference is made. Where titles are decided. Where respect is earned. Excel here and you could go down in history. It's the final third. CVM TV's weekly JPL preview show every Sunday, starting 30 minutes before our live broadcast. Get insight, analysis, and hear from your favorite players weekly, just before we bring you our feature broadcast for the day. Move from defense to attack and join us in the final third. This and every Sunday until the end of the JPL season.
The people have me over here forgot underwater this morning.
Yeah, your girlfriend what I do in my corner office.
In your corner office.
Yeah.
We're going to a marine biologist kind of that corner office. We'll be studying the environment this morning. In the boat.
Yeah.
In the boat. So tune in to the underwater corner office. You never know what you'll find out.
Hold on, this is what you're wearing, Carl?
Yeah, man.
You come bush out though.
Bush out for the boat. God is on board. Fret not.
Give thanks a lot. All praises to the Lord, me safe and me sanctified. Nah, make them stress me. Me a wall of vibe. With Red Boom, TJ and Moon in my bona fide. And the Lord is around us. In blessings surround us. Me not care who like me. Me just a go show love. And the Lord is around us. Blessings surround us. Me no care who like me. Me just a go show love. Oh, far me I come from. What a journey. Good thing God got me.
Hey, today is a new day. I love this song, Thanks for Life. God is the greatest. God and time, greatest. It's just such a beautiful day. Uncle Dennis celebrating all the Liverpoolians. I know.
Oh, how did you know?
How did I know? Tell me you support Liverpool without saying it.
How did you know?
Hello.
I mean,
it's the color for me. It's the jersey for me.
How did you?
It's the number 4 for me.
How did you pick up? Well, I know.
Yeah, what?
How did you know?
How did I know? How did you know? Oh my,
How did you know?
I mean, you know, to know is to know. I think saber es poder. I think Stevie Wonder can see it. No, Sukide. No, you need to go back around here then. Guys,
like,
and DJ
I didn't know. I mean,
don't
now
mind
that
the
you
boss.
mentioned it. I mean,
please.
now that you mentioned it.
Danielle. Oh my God. Uncle Dennis went hard. And that's what you call a win. Is a win, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations to Liverpool and Liverpool fans.
But it is important. If you lose well.
Yeah.
If you win well. So I'm not going to rub it in anybody's face. I am celebrating for myself, but not gloat on nobody. And of
Why
course,
must you gloat though, Dennis? I mean, if
I'm not gloating because, but I am celebrating and celebrating well.
Exactly. I mean, and that's fine.
On the final day of the season, because we've won with 4 games to spare, on the final day of the season, we will lift the trophy, and then the Monday after that, I'll wear something else.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well, listen.
I'm just saying.
As a supporter of Kingston College, I understand.
A perennial winner. That's what you're trying to say.
But, you know, they beat Tottenham Hotspur.
5 goals
5-1. I was like,
1.
oh my God.
Yeah.
But you know what, though? Like,
when Tottenham scored the first one, I said, whoa, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. I said, no, look what I got. Look what I got.
We're going to ansness.
You understand? All we needed was a draw, you know.
I love Mohamed Salah. Like, I love Salah
Yeah,
till,
man.
like, I'm telling you. Like, my husband is a Manu boss, right?
Yeah.
I want to tell, because you don't know, as a wife, you have
Yeah,
to,
man,
you
you're
know what?
supportive.
Yeah.
I remember those days. But
I'm just
in 2017, me noticed your love for Salah from early.
Yeah, it's like... how clinical he is, his dexterity, and I just love the fact that he's a fan. You see me?
Yeah,
but
and him never in a mix-up yet.
No problem. The man just making money, have him wife, him kids them, and him just do him thing.
Yeah.
You know, hear him name a call up. You understand what I say? He's not at any exotic clubs, you know, where he's not supposed to be. And so I really love that. So big ups to all the EPL fans.
Big up all the Liverpool fans. You never walk alone, you know. Mo Salah, running down the wing. Salah, la, 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 the Egyptian king. Get it! All right, I'm finished.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Now that is all out of Dennis's system. Rise and shine.
Rise and shine, sunrise.
Happy.
Hope you had a good weekend. Otherwise,
listen, I'm one who I like to see when people are celebrating their win.
Yeah.
Because you see, when we lose, the people are making us say lose.
Hold on, no?
So
Exactly.
when you're winning,
when you win, you better win it up.
Because you're winning right now, yeah. Liverpool say you're winning right now. The touch of victor, oh, you're scoring right now. Hey, yeah, because you're winning right now. Okay, great. Fab, are you a winner? I hope you are. And once you're watching Sunrise right here on CVM,
must be a winner.
You are automatically a winner.
You're winning.
And so we have some Monday motivation for you. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. And that was enunciated by, posited by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
You don't have
the
to see the
same
whole...
man who said, I have a dream,
Yeah,
You have
okay.
to see the whole staircase. It would be
Well,
akin
in some
to...
things, yeah.
It would
the journey of 1,000 miles.
Begin with the first step, you know? So just start today.
Speaking of steps.
And I will say to people, don't watch the time, just start. Some persons want to start school right now and they want to say, Lord, that'll take 3 years, that'll take 4 years.
Fast, you know.
Why I can't bother? Listen, either way, 3 years are going to pass. 5 years are going to pass.
Yes.
So you can decide at the end of the time, are you going to have something or not have something? Don't watch the time. Just focus on the goal and do you start now.
Start.
Don't say one day, make it today.
Absolutely, absolutely. Speaking about taking a step, there are a lot of people who took a lot of steps yesterday.
Yes.
Yesterday was a day of taking. Did you see Michaela?
No, I did not.
I'm joking, neither did I. I'm just assuming she was there. I'm just assuming she was there. She was producing so much pre-carnival content that you'd think she was there. But yes, people were chipping down the road yesterday.
2025.
It looked like a big carnival. It
Yeah,
looked like it was well supported.
Very interesting. Love the costumes.
And I saw a lot of body positivity.
Yes.
I saw a lot of, people being comfortable in their own skin. I was quite surprised.
I lived vicariously through my friends on social media.
Yeah.
You know, I clicked, I looked it. I mean, big ups to Chris Hardy.
But usually you go hard though. So I mean,
no, I do.
So the fact that you live in vicariously, I mean.
But it was a good look for most parts. Some of the things I was not happy about though. I will discuss those in headlines. Like for example, the bikes. The number of bikes. Dennis, for me, I just find those things very hazardous and problematic.
Bikes?
Bikes, yes.
Why were
ATVs. Yeah, I don't know.
I saw an accident. I saw an image of an accident involving a vehicle.
Yeah, there were quite a number of bikes out there. I don't know.
So revelers on ATVs?
Yes.
Or people...
ATVs. People on ATVs just in the carnival, you understand?
Amongst the people? No,
yeah, I don't know. So that for me, especially, you have people, family members with their children kids, on the side of the road and stuff like that. I think it should be a no vehicular traffic whatsoever zone to avoid any issue, because you don't know where the ego and the hype start and the things and get to your head. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. So I didn't like that part. And also, there are some complaints about, in terms of the cleaning up or the lack thereof.
Well, there are always those, every year there are those complaints.
So I drove along Hope Road, right, en route this morning. I'm seeing some debris, some garbage that needs to be cleaned. That road, Canadian Embassy Road, you know that road?
Yeah, Upper Waterloo.
Upper Waterloo. That seems clean. Waterloo there, that seems clean. Yeah. But there are some persons too who are complaining about damage to their properties and defacing of the properties because, due to the revelers and all of that. So I do hope that the promoters collectively will come out and, rectify any issue, because we have to have fun, but we have to do so responsibly.
Well, the different
and
bands made a lot of money, so I mean, I would hope that they would.
Yeah, not at the expense of persons and their properties. So, but when I looked at it, I just really wanted to see, though, when I looked, I saw a lot of women, but I didn't get the focus. In terms of, them look nice and them out. There were just a lot of things going on, a lot of moving parts. But I don't know, Dennis. Sometimes I'm wondering if we had one carnival, if it would be bigger and better and nicer. But back to the days of Byron and the Dragonaires type of thing, instead of having a split. Because sometimes what you notice with the split is like some bands or some lines look maga down, not because there aren't the persons, but sometimes people, I get to understand people are coming out later now. I don't know what that's about. But when we can't find my band, we just go itch up somewhere. And then you're on this route and that route, and your friend over there and you're over here. So it kind of looks a bit disjointed.
I think it is a challenge because what has evolved in Jamaica is different interpretations of how the things should be managed.
Right.
And so you have it, and those different interpretations have evolved into people building a business based on their interpretation. So we believe that our people should be treated this way. We believe that, you should get this, you should get that, and we're going to sell you a premium experience and this and that and so forth and so on. And so Gen X is going to do it their way.
And Exodus is going to do it that way.
Right. And so between Exodus, Gen X, and Yadmas, having different interpretations and selling a particular interpretation, they're selling an experience that they have envisioned.
Yes, and curated for their revelers.
And I don't see it coming back. I don't see it coming as in a unification of it, because now you have people's profit lines, you have investors, and you just have serious differences of opinion.
So some people might believe if you get one box lunch, somebody believe you must get box lunch and a fan. You know what I mean? Kind of vibe.
Exactly.
I totally get it. But they look pretty yesterday. Ladies, y'all came out yesterday, honey. I love it. And you know what I loved? I saw some mature men and women out there, and they looked so awesome. So big ups to all the over 40s, you know what I'm saying, 40 and over, 50 and over, 60 and over. Yes. And in their 30s too. Yes. I mean, the youngsters look nice as well, but I love the mature audience. As I say again, old, but we're not cold. You understand? We're not older, we're wiser. Yeah. So I'm wiser now. I'm not the foolish girl you used to know. so long ago. I did it my way, okay? Yeah.
And
so
they did it their way.
Their way. Well, yeah. So big ups to everybody who came out yesterday and enjoyed themselves. Love it, love it. You see, when people are having good, clean fun, Dennis, I love that. Because you know what? People work hard. People are going through a lot. And so when you have a space that you can go and just be free and enjoy yourself.
Cathartic space.
Cathartic space and experience. I really love that for them. And big ups to Campari as well, because I get to understand that the Campari Boulevard was in full effect yesterday as well.
Respect
so
the
big
bitter.
ups to Dominic and
Respect the bitter. You drink Campari?
Yeah, Mark Telfer.
You have
I have had it. I have had it.
You know, it's something I never liked, and I used to.
It's an acquired taste.
Hold on, I used to disparage people who drank it, and until people see me on the road and like, oh, you? Is that you? And I'm like, respect the bitter.
Respect the bitter.
I don't know, but yeah.
Well, guess what? We're respecting.
So they had a whole boulevard?
Yes, a whole boulevard, and the revelers had to walk across the stage. And I heard that it was good, and they had a VIP section.
Really?
And food and niceness.
So that
Jane
was
over the VIP section.
Oh, that's where Jane was.
Yeah.
I saw pictures and videos from Jane.
Jane, again. Thank you, Jane, for the updates, right?
Thank you.
Now, happy birthday to our YouTubers.
Oh, yeah.
Sophia Stamp and Joan Golding, both celebrating their birthday today. Thank you so much for always rising with us. And we wish for you a wonderful and a magnificent day. And we hope that you live to see many more. Also, my friend from when? Black Traffic, you understand? One of the quintessential lyricists of dancehall.
You know who I remember? My earliest memory.
Them time
of
in
him?
Main Street.
Yeah, man. My earliest memory of him.
Yeah.
Granny, stop hollering out my name. Granny, you're calling me name in vain.
Granny,
where you are call me for? Me so left you. I'm gonna live with mama.
Yes, Cardiff but aka
Degree.
General Degree, you know what I'm saying? Reggae celebrates his birthday today as well. We want to wish him all the best and lots of love. Of course, you know, we would have shared a stage as former judges of Magnum Kings and Queens of Dancehall as well.
Yes,
and trust
I remember.
Me, you know what I mean? We talk about the pianist, you know, some of the great dancehall. All night long.
She want the
pianist to play her favorite song. Amazing.
I didn't remember.
So big ups to General Degree. Happy birthday. And if you are celebrating your birthday today, happy birthday to you.
What a wonderful day to celebrate.
By the way, yes, today actually is the birthday of my sister from another mother, Nuvia Chin. Her daughter, Nusanjia Chin, is celebrating her birthday today. Nusi is all of 18 years old. I remember when Nusi was in her mother's belly, and 18 years have passed, and she is such a beautiful, articulate, intelligent young lady.
Birthday.
And happy birthday, Nusi. We wish for you many more. Your mommy loves you to the moon and back. Your grandma, your aunties, we all love you, and we wish you all the best and many, many more birthdays. So, it's time to have mixtape right now.
It's going to be a General Degree mixtape.
It's not Carnival, but it's General Degree in the morning on a Monday.
Yeah. When it drop, it stop on there. Yeah. When it drop, it stop on there. Traffic blocking, y'all come down in our tights and stocking. Watch our hairstyle whopping. And the dress code never shocking. Serious thing, traffic blocking, y'all come down in our tights and stocking. Watch our hairstyle whopping. And the dress code never shocking.
That boy left from out of the yard from morning, and if don't come back, is him and everything just get and keep us me nerves. I so run left Jamaica and go live at Kingston.
I could have who said granny no miserable. If you live with your granny, you will turn granny too. And who said granny no love the cussing? For me granny, she cuss me everything. Granny,
stop hollering out my name.
Granny,
you calling me name in vain.
Granny,
where you are calling for?
Me so left you and go live with mama.
1 you a boom, 2 you a boom boom, 3, 4 you a boom down the place boom. You have man heart a beat bodum. 1 you a boom, 2 you a boom boom, 3, 4 you.
IPO opportunity seamlessly with the Sagicor E-Invest. The time by Sagicor E-Invest is 6:15.
We have a foul outside the box. crunch you want. New KFC saucy wings, delicious, hot, and spicy wings tossed in savory mango habanero or buffalo sauce. Wings that will crunch the rest. New KFC saucy wings, it's finger-licking good.
Are you living on or in possession of family land? Do you want to sell or subdivide the property? Use eLand Jamaica to search for details on the property. You can complete a title search and verify the owner before you sell the property. If your name does not appear on the title, register the land or clarify the existing title in your name before you sell. A title is a notice to the world of your ownership of land. For more information, contact the National Land Agency at 876-750-5263 or 876-946-5263. The National Land Agency, one agency, one goal to serve you better.
Transform your outdoor space into the perfect place for unforgettable memories. With Outdoor Projects Limited, we bring style, comfort, and durability to your outdoor living. Visit 29B Cardiff Hall, Runaway Bay, St. Anne. Call 876-920-1949 or email outdoorprojectsjamaica.com to book your consultation. Outdoor Projects Limited, bringing life to your outdoor living.
Sit and pass your CXC Cape City and Girls Math and English exams in only 6 to 12 months at Distinction College. Start online and face-to-face classes in May and sit exams in January or May, June of next year. In math, English, chemistry, biology, IT, start international course in practical, geriatric and pediatric nursing, phlebotomy, plumbing, early childhood education and more. Register this week and win yourself a course or subjects for free. Visit us in Kingston, Spanish Town, Ocherius and St. Elizabeth. Call us at 356-4167.
21 minutes after 6 o'clock on this Monday morning. It is 21 degrees Celsius here in Kingston. Go by number 21. What is 21? I don't know. But what
is 21 bad gal? I think so.
Look at you. And that is all the more reason to bring us into this segment with the one and only bad gal Soca K. Soca K Dawkins.
Soca K Dawkins. Super Soca. Soca K was in our bed for Carnival. I don't know what you're talking about.
You should have seen her yesterday.
Let me tell you something.
In her two-piece.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
The legs were out. The legs were out.
And the bumper was rolling.
The bumper was rolling.
TK, we heard about you. We said the way you think turn up, you take out the whole little thing of yourself.
The whole place.
The whole summer come, you take
you get
you
on
know, nobody
real
don't believe
bad,
you, no? Nobody don't believe you, no?
Girl, you get on real bad.
Good morning to you both. I'm spreading misinformation in these streets, but it's okay. I'll have real information for you now. Are you ready? Thank you very much. Let's do it. All right. So 3 arrested after bulk rum seizure in St. Elizabeth. 3 individuals have been taken into custody following a seizure of a large quantity of bulk rum during a police operation in the Silo housing scheme on Friday, April 25. Now, according to reports, around 5 a.m., a specialized team from the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the JCF, launched a targeted operation in the area. Acting on intelligence, officers executed search warrants at 2 separate residential properties, resulting in the discovery and confiscation of 55 gallons of rum stored in several containers. The arrests form part of ongoing efforts by the police to clamp down on the illegal distribution of unregulated alcohol, which poses significant health and safety risks to the public.
Investigations into the matter, of course, are ongoing.
I think this is so important. I'm saying kudos to people like Superintendent Victor Barrett, who is in charge of like going after like counterfeit and these kinds of things. And it is sad. I know from a JCF perspective, whenever you post online that these kinds of operations take place, when you read in the comments, is pure abuse.
Lord, people that make them live.
Yeah, Lord,
like
people
that.
live. Like
People have hustle.
why are trouble people? And I'm saying it is the most ridiculous thing because, first of all, when you see these massive amounts of rum be in these situations, it is almost never be. Let me reword it. It is almost always a part of the proceeds of crime for the criminal underworld. It's not like of regular business, small business operators.
It's being used to fund other things.
Yeah. So
it's not a mom and pop shop type
No,
of,
it is usually a part of a broader ecosystem of ill-gotten gain. Next thing, the conditions in which it is stored.
You never know.
It is not like Ray and Nephew, or it's not your Kingston 62. Yeah, it's not Appleton. It is in some conditions that are
questionable,
right? And the result is so many people who go out and get sick when they go out for. I remember having a conversation with someone. I'll allow the person's name to remain nameless, but you know the person well. Went out for I think it was a birthday celebration.
Okay.
And the amount of liquor that she had should not have walloped her the way it did. And she was quite ill. And I'm saying that is one of the most common signs that you've been poisoned because of this kind of activity. And people are doing it, and people sell it in the shops, and they put it in legitimate bottles, which damages.
Or legitimate looking.
Yeah, no, they put it in the bottles of your legitimate suppliers, and it damages the brand.
Yes.
That they're doing these things too. And man, we can sell you a case of so and so for just this as opposed to this. And then now you make
a link.
Right? And you make a bigger profit in the name of causing illness to your
and possibly death.
And death, And so when you go out and drink and you get alcohol poisoning and you don't make it, people don't know, are you kill off of people them?
And a lot of times then they don't care. They don't care because it's about their profit and it's about their money. And so you're just a statistic and you're just a casualty.
And people don't make the connection. And then people say, lad, she just drink and drunk and just drink and drunk. So, no, it is what was in it.
But I'm happy that you know, and kudos to the JCF for the hard work that they've been putting in. And I'm liking the fact that we're now uncovering these things and making it public so that they know that the police is onto them and it's not business as usual. And so sometimes there is even this little slang on TikTok or on social media where people say, why not rum? Or who make the rum? And when I saw the story,
there's a lot more in the rum,
exactly,
trust me.
right? So really and truly, why not rum? Something else, because sometimes it is from these people who are involved in nefarious activities. So it's not your normal rum, but we know what that has been tried, tested, and proven. The Bureau of Standards give the go ahead. You understand?
No, it's not.
Look on the containers that they're stored in.
Imagine the distilleries that have gone about getting ISO certification of their processes and their standards, and then in some backyard a make kulu of all kinds of variations. The alcohol content you're not quite certain about.
You're just throwing.
You understand? It's a concoction, really. And you kill off people.
But kudos to the JCF for that fine.
Absolutely. Next up, Carnival revelers blamed for property damage. The Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, the KSAMC, says it has received multiple complaints from residents about properties being defaced with paint during the recent Carnival celebrations. CEO Robert Hill said despite commitments from promoters and band leaders to provide wash-down facilities after the festivities, cleanup efforts have been inconsistent. Mayor Andrew Swaby and a team from the KSAMC alongside representatives from the National Solid Waste Management Authority were deployed over the weekend to monitor post-event cleanup efforts. While garbage collection was observed, Swaby said paint damage remains a major concern. Promoters had been warned that the KSAMC would be inspecting cleanup operations to ensure they met prior agreements.
Well, I like that.
And
where do
that is from Juve. That is from, I guess that is from the day before.
Where you get paid from?
Yeah, that's more likely Juve. But still, I've heard of persons. So, when people climb up on people's walls and different things like that as well. And so I like the fact that the mayor and persons involved, say for example, Audley Gordon from NSWMA, you have to clean up your mess. We're not going to tolerate you having your phone gyrating and all of that. And then you leave the mess on us. And if you damage people's property, you have to fix it. And I hope the mayor really takes a stern position on this.
It is to the bands to accept liability for this.
Absolutely. And I hope they would have had this in a law, in a contract.
And then we're holding it to it so that next year you will not get a permit if you don't correct. It's just like the people who put up posters about parties and then never go back and take them down. Well, your next party, you're not getting a permit. Well, if it was me, but then again.
But come on, revelers, have fun now, but low out the defacing and
TK, that's panic bag, but TK, that's the thing,
because it just make the good have to suffer for the bad. Everybody, some of us will go out, you just want to have fun, right?
Why you never tell them, like, when you were out there with them, why you never tell them, stop it?
Dennis, you know, say, me and you know, say, you have to go down. You have to go down,
Like, pause mid-twerk and just say, hi, Kevin. No,
but my thing is though, the promoters, it is their responsibility. These are your people, you're responsible, so to speak. So you know what, you have to go and fix what needs to be fixed, because at the end of the day, you have to party responsibly and not at the expense of other people. It shouldn't cost a homeowner or a business owner this week to go and fix something that's broken. You know what I mean?
But
that's unacceptable.
It's interesting because I drove along Waterloo Road, Constant Spring, Waterloo, went down into New
Waterloo. That's at the old route.
Went down into New Kingston.
That's this place so clean.
Came back up and it was so clean and nice.
Yesterday I thought, for real.
Yeah, it's a new route. No, I'm not old. No.
So, no. In relation to Carnival,
I'm mature.
You know the people who there's a whole generation of people who are like, I'm not doing Carnival this year. I've done it so many times. I'm taking a break this year. I'm like, okay, you can do the long time Carnival.
But let me ask you this, Dennis. I remember back in the day we used to have Kiddies Carnival. Is that something that you allow Jackson to do?
I was gonna ask you that question over there if you would allow AA
man,
to do
definitely. I like the things that I love the things them.
Okay.
And I hear that in Trinidad they have it, the Kiddies Carnival. So if they do, when she's old enough, I like it. You just go with them and them have on them look a costume. I like the Kiddies Carnival. I think it's cute. It's nice.
I said bring it back.
Yeah, bring back Kiddies Carnival. Why don't we have the kiddies? They need their little carnival too, and they look a thing in the early morning, and they walk and they, I like it.
I would prefer if they were by themselves. Like
no, but normally they would lead out early. You know what I mean?
They're the early part.
The early part. Yeah, man, so they move in the big people part. No, man.
Like at the beginning of Sigma, you let them.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Or you with 5K, you make them do them Smart X Kids K run, and then big people take over after. Yes, some of them look a break and them look a thing. I think it would be nice.
Interesting.
I'd let AA do it.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm here for it all. Just have to do the things then. You have to live up.
I can see
kids to live up, them to live up. Don't hold on the kids them. Make them,
AA look like she got kind of handful.
Like, oh my God, but she like her road, she love, she know there's something out there without fear. Your mother is here, girl. Yeah.
I hear that bass line. I think we're in a time.
Bin. Well, guess what? TK, thank you so very much. And our carnival costume.
Absolutely.
Her two-piece yesterday.
Down the road.
We're going to find the picture.
That she made it.
Find the picture. Find the picture. Come bring it, come. Find the picture. One picture.
Carefully enough. All right. I'm about to go and find it,
Wanted Monday.
I'm about to go and find it,
Guys, that's it for headlines this morning. Thank you so much, TK, for that update. And we're wrapping up Literacy Month right after this break in Money Masterclass, brought to you by
Guardian Life.
That's right. Stick and stay right here. Hi, IT. Good morning to you.
Stick and stay.
Robbie Vitolia. We'll be right back. It's Sunrise.
Mouth bacteria, the root cause of bad breath,
gum problems, cavities, plaque, and tartar. That's why Colgate combined the best science and technology in Colgate Total. Unlike others, its superior formula fights bacteria and creates a powerful protective barrier for up to 24 hours to prevent them from coming back. Take control of your oral health with Colgate Total.
For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. We've got everything, stocking top brands like CNCs, Philips, and Allen Bradley. We guarantee quality and reliability. Shop with us and save with even free island-wide delivery. Conditions apply. Visit us at Shop 8 Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10. Call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in electrical business.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Should critical illness strike? Don't let worry fill your head. Say hello to happiness and goodbye to worry with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan. Secure your medical expenses in the event of critical illness ahead of time while benefiting from our investment portfolio and so much more. Give yourself and your family the peace of mind you deserve with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan today. And live secure. Live easy.
Hey you know all the people in your business?
You should take advantage of CVM TV's unbeatable small business advertising package. Trust me.
And get your goods and services in front of your customers today.
For $150,000, you get a high-quality professional commercial.
Plus 20 prime-time commercial spots.
That's massive exposure at a fraction of the cost.
Including on the #1 morning show in Jamaica, Sunrise.
So don't wait. Call us on 658-208-5377 and see your business goals happen right here on CVM Television.
Welcome back to Sunrise Family. It's time for another Money Masterclass brought to you by Guardian Life. I'm your host, Carlton, and as Financial Literacy Month is winding down, guess what? I want to sit with our students, student Kitty and student Dennis, to revisit a few of the lessons that really stuck with them and the habits that we're trying to still work on, etc., etc., etc. So students, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir. And how are you both doing?
We are fine, and you, and how are you?
Exactly. If you missed that part there, I know I'm never a good school.
Yes.
That's important. But we wanted April is Financial Literacy Month, where worldwide persons try to encourage persons learning about money, understanding how it is that we can make better financial decisions and how we can just be better so our generation coming after can feel the impact of good financial decisions. And Money Masterclass is a big supporter. We push financial literacy across the platform. So I want to drop down into it. I'm going to share maybe one experience from my end. I want to hear from both of you. What are some key things that you have learned, that you have put into practice, and you have seen the good impact out of it? And my first one is debt management. How to manage good debt versus bad debt. And I remember when I got my first credit card at about 20 years old, and Dennis, Miss Kitty, may I swipe the credit card, and I went to by the way, the bank said I must pin the credit card, and I pinned the credit card. And I said, pin the credit card, but the first time I go, I put the credit card in the ATM, and I put in the pin. I mean, I said, well, on magic. Because it's not my money. So why is money coming out of the ATM? I mean, I tell you people, I swipe, I take money. But nobody's telling you that you should not do that.
Yes.
Because the interest rate on the cash advance is ridiculous. When the statement came, and on the statement say you owe $50,000, the statement will say this is your statement balance, but only pay $2,000. That's your minimum balance. I said, but it's nice. Me use $50,000, I have to only pay $2,500. But pay me $2,500. Next month, it's when the third month come and the bill come. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I am owing this big bill with this big interest that nobody told me about.
Yeah.
And it was at that point when I tried to little by little pay off this card. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. And ever since that day, maybe so many years after, you not catch me upon that again.
Yes.
Me not butt my toe this again.
Yes.
Because it's so important that you make better decisions, and I've seen the impact on my life. No, because I can understand no good debt.
Yes.
But the bad that you want, no go down there. So.
Yes.
I want to say to our viewers this morning, persons who are taking out the credit cards, etc., I have learned that. And hence my journey for financial literacy started maybe from that time up until now to teach people that not make that same mistake.
Yeah.
So over to you. What have you learned? What lessons have you learned, especially over the last maybe quarter that we have discussed our last year that you have tried and you realize that this really works?
Well, you know what? So I've never been a credit card person. I've always been afraid of credit cards, Dennis, because of what Carlton would say, because I would know of many people like Carlton back then. And I just saw credit card as debt, and especially when I don't like to owe anyone, right? I want to sleep on my bed, stress-free. Me say, yes, when my money done, me don't owe nobody. It's fine. Me can drink bowl, me can eat drink some water, eat a bowl and be fine. But I've always been deathly afraid of credit cards. However, with Money Masterclass, and you taught us how to use it and use it responsibly and actually use it to our benefit, I actually said, okay, I started warming up to the idea of that, and you know, I'm like taking steps to say, okay, let me introduce, because before me just block it out. I don't want it.
Block it out.
Nah, carry me down the road. And so I learned that. Also, investing, right?
Okay,
I mean, I've always, my mom introduced me to that. I didn't understand it at the time, but because Lady Ma said do that, but just do it, right? And I'm so big, my mother, I love you to the ground. Yeah, I'm a general. But you also added another layer to it as well that opened me up to, you know, ideas of getting different types of stocks and, you know, the benefits of the stock. Because I want to say, stock, what it's not really going on. What it's not really, you know? So I learned that.
So you learned that part and you have trying that.
Yes.
And you have the positive impact on that side.
Yes.
Sir Dennis, what one thing or two?
Well, I can tell you one thing that has stuck with me, but still not, I'm not there yet. He's the big guy.
No, but I ain't over there.
Like, I can honestly say,
oh,
I get it now. Still not. But to your credit,
yes,
I get it now.
Yeah, I get it now. Yes.
So tell me something that
when
you
bring out blockchain, and I'm like,
the way me block it from my brain.
You block
blockchain. Me not the money there. Like Elon Musk and them in front them. I'm not rich like I ain't got that money.
You have learned that.
So I understand it. Like I feel like it makes sense, but we're still not there.
Yeah.
But what one practice that you have?
But like you know already, you know what I'm gonna say, sunken fund.
Okay.
Yeah.
The sunken fund thing. So like, you know, you have a trip to take. Yo, all right. Me just have an account when me no use.
Yes.
Yeah.
Trip account when I use. Yo.
Just dump it over the
seal it. Yes. My mother would have said, just put it and call it last.
Yeah. So you know what you do? Like, you know, when somebody says, send me an invoice, and you put, you know, pay to this account.
Over the side.
I don't even want it. Over the side, a sunken fund.
True.
And then when you realize the sunken fund have airfare,
transportation,
spending money.
But it's not like the sunken fund. When we go eat,
I said the one
The sunken fund is rising. The sunken fund is rising.
I'm like, this is not bad.
So
that
like,
day I went in and I kind of feel like away. And then like I never remembered, you know. And then like I saw something and I'm like, really?
Yeah, it's not going. It's not going.
You should tell me, but I'll tell a lie.
Yeah.
It's not going.
Sunken fund.
Okay,
it's
nice.
a win.
Sunken fund.
It's a win for me.
Okay, one other one, I don't know how much time we have left, is it's just maybe living within our means.
Yes.
And that's something
Yes.
that have stuck with me.
Yes.
My mother would have drilled that in me when I was younger.
Yeah, man.
Don't put it at where you can't reach it.
Yes.
And that has helped significantly.
Me live all below my means.
Yes.
Yeah, man, I tell all myself. Sometimes
you can't afford it. Tell myself you can't afford it.
Yeah, and sometimes I wonder too.
If it's good and bad.
Yes. Because it's like you're kind of scared of.
Yeah. No, but my mother, morning mommy, morning Miss Joy, she always learn to be satisfied.
Yes, learn to satisfy.
You know? She always said, Paul said, you must learn in whatever state you find yourself
in, there to be contented, beloved. Hallelujah. Yes.
God.
Yeah, and I've learned that.
Yeah.
And I think as an adult, it has stuck with me. I know Kitty mentioned a while ago can be good and bad because sometimes you can't really enjoy yourself, but you say, boy, I don't want to go. And then, but I think it has done more good than bad. And if many other persons take that mindset, learn what it is to be contented, learn what it is to satisfy, learn not to peep over on the neighbor, say, wow, go on over here. So
I learned to also wait your turn.
Wait your turn.
Because it might be Carlton's reaping season, but I'm in my sowing season. You know what I mean? Then it's a flourish and I go, I mean over there, so exactly. But at the same time, be happy for others, but know how to wait your turn. You know, everybody have them 6 o'clock. Everybody have them time, and so I believe in living within my means. I try my best. Me not make nothing red my eye. Me not big up you, girl. I say things I'm like it.
I'm happy for people.
Yeah,
I'm happy. Yeah, somebody can enjoy them.
Social media does have an impact on our finances because it makes people are putting their very curated life on display.
Yes.
And you are saying, so why me not have that? Why me not steal away? No.
And also curated life that you don't know how it's being funded. Because I often say, I see you guys on this thing here, always on vacation. So when you work, come and see you post on work.
Post on work.
At work. So when it go, you's a trust fund baby. Your mother named Angela, me don't know.
Vanderbilt.
Yeah, you know, Rothschild. Oh, Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yes, you name Brown. Me don't know. You know,
but that's the point. It is curated, so you don't know. So you should not allow that to influence you to make decisions that you should not be making, especially when it's impacting your financial life.
And also when you have children, too, Carlton, you know, it's a different realm to it. So when you're just by yourself and you're out there, but when you have your youth, them, you have to be very careful and prioritize them as well. So, you know,
definitely.
So I'm glad that we were able to, at least over the last maybe month or 2 or 3, or over last year, just to kind of grab some things, put it down,
you know,
to make an
love
impact on our life.
The biblical principles.
Yeah, that's the bad.
Yes,
the biblical
principles. Money for Av.
Money for Av thing. But be calm about it. And by one Dennis, yes, thank you guys.
Thank you very much. And that's all the time we have for Money Masterclass. It was brought to you by Guardian Life. Well, Khadine, do you like mangoes?
I do.
What's the...
Julie is the
greatest mango.
Julie is better than East Indian.
Julie,
look at me, DJ, zoom in.
Right here.
Julie is better than East Indian. Okay.
Don't argue with me.
Don't argue with me about it.
Argue with your mango tree.
Yeah.
Julian, aka Julie Mango.
Should critical illness strike, don't let worry fill your head. Say hello to happiness and goodbye to worry with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan. Secure your medical expenses in the event of critical illness ahead of time while benefiting from our investment portfolio and so much more. Give yourself and your family the peace of mind you deserve with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan today and live secure. Live easy.
Sometimes all you want to do is get home. To the place where you feel safe, where it's all your own.
Hi, girl. Hi, Dad.
MHD, the key to your home, has home buyer and home builder loans to help you get home. And if you're planning to fix up the home you have, our home improver loans will help bring those ideas to life. With the MHD, there are more possibilities for you to get home. The MHD, the key to your home.
Need affordable and stylish men's clothing that doesn't break the bank? Then look no further than 876 South, the ultimate source for men's fashion. From original Clarks, name brand watches and sleek accessories, we've got something for every man. every style and every budget. Don't just dress, make a statement. Visit 876 South at Shop 58 Sovereign Center, Caledonia Road, Mandeville, or call us at 876-319-1375. 876 South, classy, stylish, unique.
Hop into action this Easter with a loan from Chris and Charles. Borrow $575,000 or more with payments starting at just $12,595. Whether you're renovating, consolidating debt, or investing in your future, we've got you covered with fast processing, unbeatable rates, and exceptional service. Better hurry. Just like Easter buns, this offer won't last. Call 876-926-0609 or visit chrisandcharles.com today. When you think loans, think Chris and Charles.
Drink coffee, tea, mango time. Very nice nights for me, mango time. When this da 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 da
mango time. That's right.
But definitely we can make some exceptions this morning because it is something nice. And this morning is all about making the most of mango season. It's properly mango season, you know.
Yes.
And Chef Miller, the owner of Kylie Caterers and Cakes Oasis, he joins us this morning in the Sunrise Kitchen to show us how we can infuse our Julie. And if you like it's East Indian, if that's your thing, if beefy or blacky is up to you, all right.
Or sweetie, come brush me.
Sweetie,
yes, sweetie, come brush me. Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. But Dennis, before we even go to the chef, I want our viewers to sound off, please. And our YouTubers, let us know which mango is better.
What's your mango?
What's your
go-to mango? What is your favorite mango?
Yeah, what's your favorite mango, as well as which one is better, Julie or East Indian? We want to know in the comments this morning. But let us know what is your favorite mango as well. Yeah.
Garfield Miller.
Garfield, good morning.
Good morning, Dennis. Good morning, Miss Kitty.
How are you doing, Chef Miller?
I am well, thank you for having me.
Beautiful. Right. Well, talk to me about using this very popular and this very plentiful fruit that so many times, you know, we just picked up the trend, eat it.
So much,
but you've infused it in such a creative way. What was the inspiration behind all of these?
Well, thank you again, Miss Kitty. Mango is Jamaican, leading fruit, I would say.
Yeah.
And so rather than just eating the fruit, we have come up with some other ways we can incorporate it, especially in our breakfast this morning. And so I have gone ahead and I've done some mango breakfast parfait for you. As you can see over here in my nice glass, I have layered the different components of it with some Greek yogurt, mango, and that's East Indian mango.
Okay, wow.
With some nice granola. And I repeat the process again. And of course, you see I garnish with mango and banana.
Nice. So persons can just use the mango of their choice, because like I would just put Julie in there.
Use the mango of your choice.
Very well. Okay, nice.
Is there a mango that you think is very versatile, given its texture and given size, you know, the content, you know, that you can get off of the seed?
Of course. I would say East Indian because it has more meat and the cut from it, meaning if you want to do a dice cut or, you know, some other
longer piece.
Right.
Oh, okay,
right. It's not too stringy.
Yes.
So I think it's ideal for the parfait.
Hairy mango, of course. Hello. I used to have a hairy mango tree in my yard.
Really?
Yeah. Hairy.
You have to have a toothpick on hand, or floss.
Or back in the day before floss, I used this thread.
Thread.
Right. Big up to the threaders.
All right, so what are we making today?
All right, so today I will be doing the tortilla.
Okay.
All right. So The tortilla chips is there with some guacamole, mango guacamole.
Oh,
Mango
mangoli.
guap. Hey, can we get a shot? Can we get a shot?
Oh, that's
of the
pretty.
Mango guap.
This has chickpea in it as well.
Chickpea
nice.
For
also
those
there's
who are
some
on the
protein.
healthier side, right?
Yeah, there's some protein there.
I love that.
And then for you, I am going to do a mango callaloo quesadilla.
Okay, all
for
right.
you.
That
Hey.
sounds good.
Right, so that's what
mango
we're going to do first.
What I noticed that you're doing. Okay, go ahead, get started. Get
Okay.
started. It's not. It's warm. Yeah.
Right?
For those of us who are looking at what you're doing and not seeing the thinking behind it, the strategy behind it,
Right.
tell us a little bit about like your balancing of different flavor profiles. As you go ahead, please.
All right, so for the
butter.
balancing...
Yeah, man, use this spoon. Can
Thank
just
you.
use this? Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
Mm-hmm.
For the balancing of the different flavor profile, what I would have done, I've incorporated some savory,
Yes.
some sweet. The sweet would come from the mango, the savory from the tortilla, and also the quesadilla wrap.
Right.
Outside of that, I would have incorporated some cheese. You know, persons love cheese, especially on the quesadilla.
Nice.
And so I have added some cheese as well, right? Not too much on the sweet side, because I don't, the persons who are health conscious, we don't want to, throw them
overpower it. Yeah.
Overpower it, right.
And I'm happy that you said that, Chef Miller, because mango can be very overpowering. So you have to be very careful of the amount that you use. Yeah.
Right. And so
A little goes a long way.
a little goes a long way. Right.
All right.
All right. So
Take
I'm
over
just
everything.
getting
I
my
fry
skillet
omelette in
ready.
butter too. Clutch.
Big up your
Clock
nephew.
that. Yes. Hi, Amir. That's
All right.
nice.
So I'm going to go in with 2 eggs.
All right.
Yeah, because you put things, the color look set up a hold it.
Right.
That is it. Dennis,
As a good
wife, you know, man. I got it.
Can't hold it.
Cannot hold me.
Can't hold
Dennis, I'm busting bus right now. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man.
You know what? One morning I'm gonna do on sunrise. I'm gonna
What's
make
that?
my ackee and saltfish. I'm gonna also make my frittata. You understand what I'm talking about?
I like it.
Yeah. I'm gonna bust you on my bulgur porridge. You understand? Probably, yeah.
I'm not a bulgur fan.
You're not a fan. But listen,
not a bulgur
until
fan.
you've had Mrs. Kitty's bulgur porridge,
Really?
you don't understand.
Okay.
I've made many a people a believer.
Really?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Bulgur
man.
feels very
Dennis,
1970s.
it's okay. But it's very healthy.
Yeah.
And as you are health conscious and you don't want the belly,
Yes.
bulgur is better than the rice. See what I'm saying? Yeah, I got
Yeah.
you. I got you. With mackerel rundown,
Yeah.
or whether my salt mackerel rundown or my tin mackerel rundown.
Yes.
You understand?
Me love mackerel rundown one either way. I mean, me love tin mackerel.
Yeah.
But chef, so where can people find you on whether it's on social media and if they want it, if they're saying I like how he's doing his thing, I like his dexterity, where can people find you?
Okay, so it's Kylie Caterers and Cake Oasis. On Instagram, it's Kylie Caterers CO. And on TikTok, it's Chef Miller Don. Right?
So let me ask you, Chef Miller, since we're doing the breakfast, which I love,
Right.
have you ever made like a mango cake?
A mango cake, yes,
Yeah, is
I
that
have.
possible?
I have done a mango cake before. Similar to that of a pineapple upside down cake. The mango would follow the same, pretty much. All right, so
we're gonna try the.
This is nice, Dennis.
And the mango just lift
up, yeah. So I got the sweet. So, Chef, what's in this?
All right, so in the guacamole, or the mango guacamole, we have East Indian, like I stated earlier. Then we have the chickpea, we have some tomato, and we also have some purple onions in it.
Yeah, I was
And
about
a
to say
sprinkle
the
of-
purple onion.
Right.
Is it cilantro?
Chef, can you tell me what's the difference between the purple onion and the regular onion? Like, is it the flavor profile is
All right,
different?
tell you what, I think it's the same, or I believe it's the same. However, I think the purple onion, some people rather it because of its collagen contents, to
I
keep you
see.
younger. Most purple fruits, most purple vegetables and fruit, good with aging.
She just like it because it's purple.
I'm liking the facts about the purple onion.
Purple fruits
It's just
are
what
good.
purple does to you.
We have blue fruit, blueberry.
All right.
Okay.
All this is...
So, Chef, I can see the mommies and daddies wondering, okay, Chef Miller, this looks good, but how long can I take for breakfast? Because I need to get the kids out to school.
Most of these dishes are 5 minutes.
Okay.
You know, just easy and economical.
All right.
All right. All right. For the mango quesadilla, I have gone ahead and I have sauteed the callaloo and also the eggs.
Right. You're saying about overcook the callaloo.
Right. No, I don't.
Now watch it carefully.
Oh, you're one of them one callaloo with crunch?
Right.
Green.
Not too much. No, not too much. But some of the time we
so what? I like callaloo crunch. Go sit down.
No, not too much. Eh?
Callaloo cook and a cheese crunch.
If it cook, but some of the time we overdo it.
Sometimes people just say things then because they hear other people say it.
But overdo it. No, we overcook our vegetables too much sometimes. And so the vegetables must have a little...
But they want to hear the crunch.
No, I'm not saying that's going too far now.
Like you think of cheesies? Sit down, man.
Cheese chips. No.
Love that. You know, no, you don't need that now. Me like I said, can add planting, but me see the mango already.
Planting.
So, yeah.
All right.
So guys, if you have a mango tree in your yard right now, right, and I'm not sending you to go and raid anybody's tree, and by the way, when you see your neighbor's tree or anybody's tree with their mango when the tree fully laden, it's not for you to just go and pick it. You ask. You knock at the gate and you ask the person if it's okay if you can get a mango. You don't stone people mango tree and thief mango, okay? We're not doing that, all right?
I agree.
So ask and then if it's okay,
you
all
notice
right?
Theme quesadilla style of making quesadilla is different. I like it. I'm watching him.
Is that double top?
Yeah, like he's doing it slightly different. Usually it's just like bam, bam, and you fold it over, but like he's doing it a little...
I'm a real chef, him graduate.
Yes, I'm a fake chef.
No!
I was saying people, but I meant me.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, man, I like his approach.
And I like it's healthy too.
Yeah.
And what I like about it, you know, it may be difficult to get children to eat the callaloo and to eat the greens, but then it's when they taste a nice mango in it, they're gonna like it. I love that, and this is nice too for the gym people, I think.
We still have those.
All right, gym people.
Carnival done.
No. Gym is for life. Gym is for life. We love it. But guess what? We're going to finish up.
Yeah, but you can definitely follow them at Kylie, Kylie, Caters Co. And of course, Chef Miller, you're on Instagram at Chef_Miller, MILLA_Don.
Yeah, I love the fact that we're using our Jamaican fruits, our homegrown fruits, and just not eating it, but using it in a different way to titillate and tantalize our palates. That was Chef Garfield Miller bringing some sweet...
Love you like mango.
That's right. It's the Sunrise Kitchen this morning. Up next, TK will be serving you your morning news, so please do stay tuned.
Dressed like a mango.
You know, for real. Wait a second, he's sitting in our Julie.
See how far we can go. Imagine it be nice and something. But say me love you like mango. I better you give me some loving. See how far we can go. Imagine it be nice and something. Should I meet you first? Cause the rest of them did have a waste man vibes.
Years free insurance or 3 years free petrol bonus is
7 o'clock.
Where the difference is made. Where titles are decided. Where respect is earned. Excel here and you could go down in history. It's the final third. CVM TV's weekly JPL preview show every Sunday, starting 30 minutes before our live broadcast. Get insight, analysis, and hear from your favorite players weekly, just before we bring you our feature broadcast for the day. Move from defense to attack and join us in the final third. This and every Sunday until the end of the JPL season.
In a world where innovation meets tradition, agriculture is evolving like never before. From the latest sustainable farming technologies to age-old practices passed down through generation, agriculture is
precious to me.
I love the animals. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I love working.
Join us right here on CVM TV every Sunday during news at 7 as we explore the people, the science and the breakthroughs that are shaping the way we grow, eat, and live. You don't want to miss it. This is Farming Forward.
Sports should be fun. Sports should be interesting. Sports should be entertaining. Sports should be riveting. This is CVM Sports. I'm Jordan Fort.
Welcome to Morning News. I'm TK Dawkins. The St. James Police are seeking your assistance in identifying and apprehending 3 suspects involved in different criminal activities across the parish. Sketches of the men have been provided along with their suspected crimes. The police are urging anyone with information to share what they know by calling the Montego Bay CIB at 876-684-9080 or by calling Crime Stop at 311. The concerns to pay tuition fees for a university student studying medicine and her parents have been eased somewhat with a contribution from the Transport Authority and the Transport Minister, Darrell Vaz.
Regulator for public transportation, but also a corporate citizen, moved by the plea of a father, Peter Johnson, a taxi operator, to help his daughter, is how the Transport Authority described its assistance. The authority last Friday offered to help the medical student, Peter Gay Johnson, whose parents found it difficult to pay her first-year tuition fee. Their offer was matched by Transport Minister Darrell Vaz, who applauded the Transport Authority's initiative.
I want to encourage you to keep going and to do as well as you can, because this is your way to be able to become totally independent and then to be able to help your siblings, family, or friends in the future based on the fact that you will be a qualified doctor and have the ability to earn whether in the public sector or private sector.
And while offering his commitment to work with the student to make her dream come true, he had encouraging words for her parents, especially her father, who was the one who made the public plea.
Your reaching out was a duty that you had when you realized that the task was insurmountable. And there's always good people that are waiting in the wings to help. And therefore, for you to have done that is a very bold and courageous.
The elated father was very grateful.
I'm very elated. I'm very overwhelmed. I'm very thankful and grateful for all the people that came on board, especially the minister being here today and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm thanking the Transport Authority again for reaching out to me and my child, Peter Gay. And it is just, there's no great words to say more than I'm elated, I'm overwhelmed, and I'm very much thankful for just these feelings, this opportunity to be able to get some assistance for her tuition.
As for the happy student, she can now focus on her exams and not worry about costs.
So when we heard the tuition, I was hopeless because I didn't expect, I don't know, I was like, how is he going to cover this 28,000 USD? But I'm here now, can't believe it, just extremely grateful, appreciative, and I will try my best, to make everybody proud, my father, my parents,
Excellent.
Everybody, community. Yes, this is what it's all about.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Efforts to repave Text Lane in Almond Town in Kingston at the weekend did not go unnoticed. Councillor for the Almond Town Division, Charmaine Daniels, says the work, which was done in partnership with the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, was long demanded by the locals.
Today I'm here on Text Lane. Through the DAF, I'm able to recommend Text Lane by consultation with the residents here, and I'm happy to be a part of this venture, and I'm happy that KSAMC could partner with us to get it done. So it is fully rehabilitated. The citizens are happy. Once the citizens are happy, then I am happy. Thanks to your worship, the mayor, who ably assisted us to get this done.
And in sports, the Ray and Nephew Jamaica Premier League regular season is winding down, but the temperature was turned all the way up on Sunday with playoff spots and survival on the line. Montego Bay United held on to second place and the automatic semi-final berth with a hard-fought 1-0 win over defending champions Cavalier in Mobay. Arnett Gardens kept the pressure on, taking down Kingston rivals Waterhouse 2-0 at Drewsland. Tivoli Gardens squeezed into the playoff spots after a 2-2 draw with relegation-threatened Chapelton Maroons at Anthony Spalding Sports Complex. Harbourview jumped to 10th after battering already relegated Vere United 6-0 at Harbourview Mini Stadium. It was heartbreak for Humble Iron, who slipped up 2-1 away to Racing United at Ferdinita Complex. Meanwhile, Dunbeholden grabbed bragging rights in the Portmore Derby, edging 5th place Portmore United 1-0 to climb into 9th at Jacks Hall. League leaders Mount Pleasant stayed in cruise control, brushing aside Malines United 3-0 to close out another dominant display. And that's it for Morning News. Join us again at noon for more from our news and sports desk. I'm TK Dawkins. Sunrise continues after this.
CVM TV and live Jamaica Premier League action on a Monday night. A match made in heaven. We call it Monday Match Night. Catch all the hard-pounding JPL Monday night action from now until the end of the season on CVM TV's Monday Match Night. Matchday Mondays at 7:45 to 5 p.m. with a rebroadcast Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Nothing else can quite match up. Monday Match Night, powered by Sunshine Snacks and ABC Electrical.
In a world where innovation meets tradition, agriculture is evolving like never before. From the latest sustainable farming technologies to age-old practices passed down through generation, agriculture is
precious to me.
I love the animals. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I love working.
Join us right here on CVM TV every Sunday during news at 7 as we explore the people, the science, and the breakthroughs that are shaping the way we grow, eat, and live. You don't want to miss it. This is Farming Forward.
People, we now waste no time.
I am super excited to be on for another season to show you the Holy Road.
Listen, new adventures. Slim, get fluffy. That's cool, let's go. We're not going out, you know. Things are only getting hotter and hotter this season.
Click, pow, that must tell you something.
There's a great story happening just in our backyard. We are on the Holy Road again.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Splendid morning to all of you. Thank you so much for tuning in right here to CVM on Sunrise. And you know we're here with you each and every weekday morning, 6 until 8. Tune in, turn on, log on, listen in, and always do remember to spread the word. It is now time for Law and Order JA. So from LOLs, laugh out loud, to legal threats. It's time for another Law and Order JA. And the question sent in today to us reads as follows. I have a page where I post my thoughts on different products and influencers. Nothing malicious, just commentary and jokes. Recently, I made a post about a wellness product, and out of nowhere, I got hit with a cease and desist letter. They're claiming defamation and trademark infringement. I never intended to cause harm, but it seems just posting something for fun can land you in serious legal hot water. What are my rights here? Well, joining us this morning to ventilate the issues within, I have the gentleman. You know and you see him quite a lot on this show, and we love his commentary and we love his perspective. He is a partner at Duncox, and his name is Jonathan Morgan, attorney at law. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. Good as always. Good
Lovely.
to be here.
Great to see you. So, Jonathan, from LOLs, and when you get that cease and desist order, the laughing stops, right?
Indeed.
So talk to us about, based on what the letter sent in, what are we dealing with this morning?
So this letter raises a question in relation to defamation.
Yes.
And the question that arises is whether someone can post on their social media platforms intending to carry some humor or intending to comment on a business and get themselves into some legal trouble as a result.
Yes.
The legal trouble that they may find themselves in is called defamation. And that occurs when someone makes a false statement that has the potential to lower the reputation of a third party in the minds of right-thinking members of society. So simply put, you cannot freely go online and bad talk other members of the public or other businesses because it may damage that party's reputation.
Yes.
So in this scenario, there are two legal questions at play. On one hand, the person who has posted information on their page have a right to freedom of expression. They have a right to speak freely.
But that comes with responsibility.
Absolutely. The business, on the other hand, has a right to protect its reputation.
Absolutely.
So the question really raises issues as to how these two rights interact with each other and who may be found liable at the end of the day.
Yes. Let me ask this question as well, Jonathan, for the purposes of our viewers. Say, for example, a post was made. It may be defamatory in nature. Persons tend to just repost because they may find it funny too.
Yes.
Do persons who partake in the reposting of said defamatory comments, can they also be liable for defamation?
They certainly can. The issue here is that defamation arises when you make a statement of fact to members of the public.
Yes.
Reposting a false statement has the potential of carrying it to further members.
Right.
It spreads the misinformation. And when that information reaches new individuals, those individuals may lower the estimation of the subject matter in their minds.
Yes.
The reputation of a business or the reputation of a member of the public may be affected in a wider group of individuals when this information is reposted. So what really arises on the question is whether the person who has posted in the interest of posting for fun has some defense to a defamation claim.
And one of the main defenses would be truth.
Indeed. So if the information itself is factually accurate, then defamation is not likely to succeed. But there are some other defenses that arise in the context of defamatory material. They include fair comment,
yes.
which would arise here, and maybe even qualified privilege.
Yes.
So those defenses, they sound complicated, but they're very simple. Fair comment simply means the person who has posted the information is expressing an honest opinion about something that is based on fact. So the person didn't intend to express it as a factual statement. An interesting example of this could be, let's say someone is reviewing skincare products,
yes.
and their social media platform is designed to review the products that they are trying. So they purchase a product from a local business.
Yes.
They apply it to their face over, let's say, 2 weeks. And at the end of that 2-week period, they do a review. And in this review, they say this product doesn't work at all.
Yes.
So that's a statement. This product doesn't work at all. And the question now arises, is that a statement of fact or a statement of an honest opinion?
Yeah.
You see, it could be a factual statement. This product does not work. That grammatical sequence could simply be a statement of fact. But if it is clearly articulated by the poster that this is my opinion based on my experience with the product, it may satisfy the defense of fair comment.
Very well. And privilege?
So qualified privilege is a little more involved. Qualified privilege arises when the person who has shared the information has a moral ethical or other duty to share it, and the people receiving the information have a duty to receive it. It typically is confined to matters of public interest. Yes, so politics is a common area that raises the question of qualified privilege, and it is readily utilized in journalism, so in spaces like this. So on social media, it is difficult to rely on qualified privilege because you need to demonstrate a duty not just to share the information, but a duty for the receiver to receive it. A duty for the listener or the viewer to also receive it as well.
So in this situation, this individual has received the cease and desist order. What can they do if somebody should make a post and find themselves in this particular situation? What can they do to ameliorate same?
Okay, so it sounds as if from the viewer's question that the cease and desist notification came by way of a letter, in which case they should seek legal advice immediately.
Okay.
These letters are considered pre-action letters, and they are precursors to litigation being commenced. So seeking legal advice so that you respond appropriately to the letter would be their first course. And then second course, they may wish to post something that clarifies or corrects any statements of fact that may have been false. And that may involve posting a follow-up publication on the same platform that communicates that this was intended to be an opinion, this was intended to be humor, it is not a statement of fact intended to harm this business. They can post something of that nature to correct it, and that may be enough to address the issue.
Very well. Thank you so very much. And again, if we're posting on social media, it is so important that we do so responsibly. There are people's lives and businesses that can be deeply affected, and sometimes the damage is irreparable. And so we have to be responsible with our finger power and don't just be keyboard gangsters out there just trying to bring down people and then cover it and say, allegedly. If you use allegedly, it does not absolve you of responsibility or liability. You're just as bad, okay? So please, allegedly, they do that, Jonathan, to try to under the veil.
Indeed.
Like a judge can't see through the veil of doing that. But thank you so very much for always being so clear, and I'm hoping our viewer totally understands, all right? So be careful what you post. It might land you in trouble. And that was attorney at law Jonathan Morgan helping us with this segment of Law and Order JA. There's more Sunrise right after this break, so please stay with us.
To bring you more convenience, innovation, and opportunities to achieve your dreams. Enjoy excellent service and seamless financial solutions, all designed for your lifestyle. Whether it's loans, savings, or insurance, we're here to make your financial journey effortless. Infinity Cooperative Credit Union Jamaica Limited, where possibilities are endless.
Are you ready for something mega? Megamart's giving away a brand new 2025 Hyundai Tucson. Second prize, a mega shopping spree. Third prize, 30,000 monthly shopping spree. Okay, break it down for them.
Spend $6,500 or more before GCT. Fill out the entry form on your receipt. Drop it in the box. That's it. There are lots of reasons to believe in a dog food brand. Great nutrition, great price, and your dogs love the taste. But what if it's also made for Caribbean dogs? No artificial colors or flavors, with an eye on the environment, so we only use paper bags. Then you will be just as happy as your dog, truly. It's true, we love dogs.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us here on Sunrise. Now, as the island awaits the announcement of another general election, which is constitutionally due this year, tough questions are indeed surfacing about what citizens should expect from their members of parliament and what MPs are actually delivering. Well, Executive Director of the Jamaica Accountability Meter Portal, JAMP, Jeanette Calder, she joins us to break down what voters need to know and why this election could be a turning point in how we hold parliamentarians accountable. Once again, welcome, Jeanette.
Thank you for having me.
First of all, thank you for the work that you continue to do.
Appreciate
sometimes
that.
it's thankless, sometimes it goes under the radar.
It does.
But thank you for doing it.
You brought me over the radar this morning, so thank you.
Well, first of all, it is difficult, I think, for us to judge what the average member of the polity understands the role of representatives to be if that role is not clarified. Is that role becoming increasingly clarified?
I would say not for the citizen. I would say certainly maybe for the parliamentarian. So, for example, we had, I think, about 20 new MPs coming in the last time around. That's a lot. And the Prime Minister did something I really commend him for, which is to get training both locally and overseas. These are new parliamentarians. So that kind of move makes a difference. I'm really here, however, interested in the citizens who, boy, JAMP sees as, and we really are, the employer. Voting is really a mechanism to employ 63 public officials. We finance their salary. That makes us, again, their employers. We finance all the programs and projects, Dennis, that they will be doing. And we own all of the assets that they will be stewarding, and they're doing all of that for us. So it really becomes important if you stop and think about it. Owner of the assets, financier, and employer. And we are not clear as to what the job duties are when they go to the office, which is Parliament or even to the constituency. So JAMP believes that the Prime Minister, having made a promise 2 years ago to provide those job descriptions, we are just here to give him a nudge and to remind him and to ask for it to be done before the elections.
Do you see this job description matter as a fundamental accountability matter? Because how do we hold anybody accountable if
we don't know?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been testing it because I knew this interview was coming up, and I managed to talk to 2 gas station attendants and 2 cashiers, and we say, of course we have job interview, ma'am. It is, I think, the most fundamental tool for holding anybody to account. Everybody in studio here probably has one. I have one.
Right.
So what the Prime Minister had indicated is that this is something he had instructed the government to provide from 2019. And in 2021, he had a draft. It really came to the fore because of the massive increase in salaries for MPs. And let's be fair, everybody on set and everybody listening would know I don't get a doubling of my salary unless it is tied to my performance. And what Jamaica saw, Dennis, was whether or not parliamentarians are in the office to Parliament 30% of the time for the year, which some are, or 90% of the time for the year, which some are, they all got the same salary. So the Prime Minister really came out and said, listen, the job description will provide, as well, we will follow that up with what? The performance measurements and an accountability framework. We're not going to have time to get all of that before the election. But before I employ somebody, come and knock on my gate and say, Jeanette, give me the work, I should be able to look at this, Dennis. And for the first time in the history of Jamaica, I should be empowered to have a conversation about his or her competence based on what's in my hand and make a choice between the 2 candidates based on the job and what they're able to do.
Here's one of my challenges, and I want you to address it for me.
Sure.
So, in my years of following politics and studying political science, what I've been acutely aware of is that there are different kinds of politicians. There are different kinds of MPs. And so there may be an MP who is awesome in the Parliament.
See where you're
right?
going.
They're awesome in the House.
Correct.
And if you follow, I mean, I used to follow it much more, but when you follow Parliament on a Tuesday, or when I was a parliamentary reporter, when you sit in the gallery and you watch them, you say, this is one of the best parliamentarians I've ever seen.
Fair enough.
When you go in his constituency and then say, we don't like him, or we don't see him, or he doesn't come to the 9 night, or he's not accessible. There are others who it's the reverse. They are excellent on the ground, and you never hear them in Parliament. You can't think of one.
Know what their voice sounds like.
Exactly. You can't think of one contribution that they made. But they're going back to the people, and they're going to be re-elected every time because on the ground they are great. And then there are other parliamentarians who they are great in the executive
cabinet, yes,
and they need a seat in order to get into the executive
to make policy
to be
on
great.
behalf of the people.
And
Correct,
so because it's not like we're dealing with a congressional district and a senator in the US or a congressman in the US, it's different. When we don't have the separation of powers, how do you find a job description that takes into consideration and gives due weighting to the parliamentarians who are good at different things about being a parliamentarian?
Well, I think what you described a while ago is true of you and I. There's nothing on our job description that we are equally good at, and all the strengths are there.
Correct.
But don't miss what the Prime Minister is saying. I'm not just going to be giving you a job description, but I'm also going to be giving you the performance measurements as well as the accountability. So if you don't meet the standards for performance, whether it is in the constituency, as you pointed out, or in the Parliament, there will be a tool that will be able to, you have weightings based precisely. And what gets really exciting is the Prime Minister had even gone as far as saying this: we are going to have accountability reports. If I may quote the PM, state of the constituency presentations are not enough. I am going to set up a committee whereby the MPs are going to have to indicate what they're going to do, what they have achieved, and not only providing it to a committee in the Parliament, but the public must have access for review. I believe at the end of the day, if we have the job descriptions, it's actually even going to help the MPs who are weak in a particular area, because they get to see exactly what the targets are, get better at it, because that's what happens. However, let me hasten to say that my personal opinion, and for one who has studied political science and reported on Parliament, we need to begin to get the job descriptions, because I think that will create the shift that is necessary between the job of the councillor and the job of the MP.
And the MP getting blamed for what the councillor didn't do.
And probably sometimes should do, right. But you see, we have a culture in Jamaica where the first thing we do is run to the MP. I am of the view, particularly looking at the draft job description, because let's be fair to the Prime Minister, he drafted it, tabled it, got a joint select together. It's not like anything had not been done.
Correct.
JAM's concern is that for the last 15 months, nothing has moved. But I say that to say, the MP, I believe, can really do a lot more sustainable work for their constituents by making good policy, good projects, and good programs in the House, more sustainable, than worrying about a $20 million spend in the Constituency Development Fund. You understand what I'm saying? So a good policy that is going to bring water to a scheme, or local development initiatives, public-private partnerships between a local business and the CDC in the area, sustainable development and growth, as opposed to being concerned about a one little pop of a $20 million a year, which the councillors can handle. I believe the conversation will open up about that proper balance between the councillor and the MP if we begin to have the job descriptions for both.
Do you think that there's a concern, maybe even a fear, that this job description narrative is really being advanced ahead of a move for constitutional reform, which introduces the right of recall of MPs?
Well, I sincerely hope so with all of my heart. I mean, the A in JAMP is for accountability.
Right.
And since we're talking about people who are the employers, the financiers, and the owners, let's get real here. Do you know of any owner, employer, and financier who, if the employee is not performing, has to wait 5 years to say, I'm sorry, we're not going to take you back. That's not going to happen. If any of us in the studio had a contract where regardless of how we perform, Dennis, we're going to get the money, we're going to get a doubling, how does that modify behavior? It's human beings we're talking about here.
Yeah.
So yes, we're hoping that this is another way in which we'll open the door to that conversation. Doesn't have to be impeachment, doesn't have to be recall. But as I speak, there are MPs who on average come to the office 30% of the time for the year. And I will remind your listeners.
Some below the average.
Well, JAM tracks it, and the worst we have seen is about 37% a year.
Okay.
But I just want to hurry to let your viewers know that 2021, the opposition had retabled the bill that Bruce Golding had tabled in 2011 for us to be able to remove parliamentarians who are not performing. It has been sitting there now for 4 years without anything moving on it. So yes, we are hoping the JD, which the Prime Minister promised 2 years ago, saying it would be implemented in 2 years. We are 2 months shy of that deadline. And I hope he's listening this morning.
You optimistic?
Only if the viewers recognize that this phone in their hand, Jam saying it and Dennis talking about it is not enough. And you and I live in a time where Kodjo Taki, Nani, George William Bogle and all those guys were trying to talk to the Queen 9,000 miles away, didn't have a phone. Everybody listening now who said, boy, Dennis and Janetta chat sense, you know, this could be a good experiment. Pick up your phone. Prime Minister makes himself accessible. 7 little words is what we need to be the game changer. And it's not Jeanette, it is promise must be kept. JDs before election. How that sound?
All right.
It can't be any easier than that.
All right.
And then I will be more hopeful.
Thank you very much. My guest has been Jeanette Calder, the Executive Director of the Jamaica Accountability Meter Portal, keeping us informed.
And accountable.
After the break, we're going to head global with a Caribbean storyteller who has taken our stories all the way to Abu Dhabi. We'll be right back.
We needed to raise capital, but our experience with local financial institutions was that they were cautious and slow to act, and interest rates were far too high. We had real concerns about financing our business through outside equity investors and the possibility of interference. Could we get a fair valuation for our business? We had our own ideas about the business and its value. Should I go the traditional route of bank financing, or should I try the Jamaica Stock Exchange? So we made a call and experienced transformation of our business through conversations. I'm John Mahfood, CEO of Jamaican Teas, and we're listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange.
Give us a call today at 876-967-3271 to begin your transformation through conversation. We want to see your company listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange.
Hey, yo. And everybody with me, yeah. Hey, yo. Why eat other snacks when sunshine has the best for you? Nature's best buns are crunchy. The flavor that sings to you. Salted banana and plantain. Taste the freshness, naturally sweet. The flavor that sings to you.
Ayo, nature's best bunch.
For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. We've got everything, stocking top brands like CNCs, Philips, and Allen Bradley. We guarantee quality and reliability. Shop with us and save with even free island-wide delivery. Conditions apply. Visit us at Shop 8 Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10. Call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in electrical business.
The people have me over here forgot underwater this morning.
Hey, your girlfriend know what I do in my corner office.
In your corner office.
Yeah.
We're going to a marine biologist kind of that corner office. We'll be studying the environment this morning. In the boat.
Yeah.
In the boat. So tune in to the underwater corner office. You never know what you'll find out.
Hold on, this is what you were in Carnival.
Yeah, man.
You come bush out though.
Bush out for the boat. God is on board. Fret not.
Good morning to everybody watching and welcome back to the sunny side of morning TV. Good morning to all the grandmas watching this morning. Hello. Good morning to all the grandpas watching as well. Grandmas matter and grandpas matter. So we say big ups to all the grandmas, who helped do the China bump, because yesterday was Sunday. So a lot of times, China bumping, washing the hair, China bump it, and then you have to cut the fingernail them, and you have to do the inspection. You have to look in the ear, the nose, the mouth, say, you know what I mean?
Today's back to school,
Yeah, for some, Yeah,
today's back to school for pretty much everybody because, remember, it's term 3. It's the beginning of the summer term.
They
were on holiday.
Yeah.
So there might be a little bit more congestion on the road, but
so leave out early. Yeah, or maybe you could just read a book when you're at your office. Yeah, reach in early and read a book so you don't get caught in it. But guess what? Thank you so much for keeping it locked in. Whether you're in the 876 or the 971, which is the area code for Abu Dhabi, by the way. Yeah. Today we're celebrating another win for Jamaica on the world stage as award-winning author Kwame McPherson heads to Abu Dhabi International Book Fair as the Caribbean's official literary ambassador. He's zooming in to share with us the significance of this moment, not just for him, but for all of us who believe in the power of Caribbean storytelling. Good morning, Kwame. Welcome to Sunrise. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. Tired, but I'm great. I'm good.
Beautiful.
I'm good.
Now, Kwame, from Kingston to Abu Dhabi, first of all, let's get into, the author that you are. What kind of stories do you tell, and what motivated you to delve into this particular career path?
Good question. But the thing is, storytelling, telling stories found me, really, to be honest. I started out at primary school, Tarrant Primary, doing the essays, competitions, and poetry. Went to high school, Calabar High, didn't do anything there. Where my brother was more proficient there than I was because he was winning awards. After Calabar, I migrated to the UK, and it was actually started whilst I was working in the civil service. Someone had approached me for a poem to be done, a personalized poem for a loved one. I did it, and as they would say, history was in the making from then because they loved it, other people heard, and then it went all around the office. I started to do it as a side hustle, realized I was good at it, getting paid, and I kept doing poetry for a while, and then I just migrated into telling prose. Once I began telling prose, then a lot more accolades came with the culmination of winning the Commonwealth Short Story Prize 2 years ago, which has now brought me to where I am today in Abu Dhabi.
Wow.
And I remember we spoke with you at that time. A lot has changed since then. I mean, this wonderful ride of storytelling, when it's still fairly new at the time when we spoke to you. I mean, what's it like now to see where it's taking you? Like, did you ever envision it?
No, I didn't. And like I said, storytelling for me, but I love writing. I love telling stories. I'm a storyteller. I'm a great at. But what I'm finding, though, is that the world is now opening up to our stories, not only from Jamaica, but in the Caribbean in particular. And being in Abu Dhabi is very obvious about that because they're looking to reach out to the Caribbean writers to get more material because it's like they're becoming more culturally aware that there are other people in the world and they want to embrace that. So the beauty of being here is realizing that our stories, rich, wealthy, vibrant, are wanted, from across the world. And like a place like Abu Dhabi, one of their biggest book fairs, it's very obvious in terms of the discussions that I've been having.
Amazing. Well, Kwame, talk to me about some of the stories that you tell and the stories that qualified you to be in Abu Dhabi now.
Right, the story that won in particular is called Okohe, Ocoee. That's the one that won the Commonwealth Short Story Prize a couple of years ago. And it's a story about a Jamaican man traveling through Florida. And he has an encounter with the police. And then after that encounter, there's a lot of elements that come into the story, such as, police brutality, about the protagonist's personal journey in terms of his own emotional state, about family, about culture. A lot of that comes into the story, and I guess that's what had appealed to the judges who made it win at the time. And that is what made Abu Dhabi International Book Fair to reach out to me because, as being a pioneer in terms of Caribbean storytelling in the way what that particular story was told, they liked it and the invite came for me to be here. So my stories tend to reflect much more from an African-centered perspective, and that means African Caribbean, African American perspective, but the way that the story is written, you would never know until you see particular references made to the individual, and I guess that's what draws and engages readers. Like I said,
it is something that has a global appeal. The issues of blackness and how we conceptualize our blackness, and migration, issues
abuse,
of
racism,
police abuse in the United States, for instance, because of race. All of these things are salient issues, and so you're telling the story from a Jamaican lens. And I find it quite interesting. How has your life, how has Kwame McPherson's life changed, having won these accolades? And now, I mean, other than traveling the world, I mean, but how is life different post winning these awards?
Well, it's almost like an expectation, to tell you the truth. Once, it's almost like, you have a dam, and then once the dam is broken, the water floods the air, right? So I found, for myself in particular, I've had the opportunity to go to Buckingham Palace, meet Queen Camilla, had a discussion about writing, funny enough. I've traveled to Cayman, Miramar, the Jamaica Brew Festival. I'm now here in Abu Dhabi, and I'm being invited back for other events over this side of the world. So I love traveling anyway. So it's almost like, I have a vision board.
Yes. And so for the Bookophiles who want
I'm a vision board that has traveling and stuff.
For those folks who want to follow the happenings in Abu Dhabi, how might they keep up with you? Are you going to be adding to your stories or your regularly?
Totally. Yeah, and social media, Google my name and find me across social media. But this aspect, this part of the experience will definitely come out in my writings.
Nice. Well, talk to us, Kwame. What's next for you? Because I mean, you're over the Abu Dhabi side. What's next for you? What's your next goal or the next diamond that you'd like to add to your accolade? You'd like to add to what you have already accomplished?
Well, the short story that won, and I can let this out now. We're now discussing with the UK film company to make it into a feature film.
Oh, nice.
So that looks like the next thing.
Oh, wow.
Aye. Wow. And by the way, Kwame, for those persons who are looking right now, young people who want to write, these things pay? Because maybe you have a young man watching right now saying, I want to be an author like Kwame McPherson. I want to be a literary, author, and I want to do these things. But somebody said, well, them pay.
The young man's parents are telling him
that it don't pay.
That it don't pay.
Right? Yeah. Do these things pay? Talk to me, Kwame, about that.
It does, because nowadays, which is interesting, because there's a lot more opportunities for writers today. So, for example, a writer I write stuff in terms of scripts for animation, and people who want to do animators. They're animators who are looking for writers. So you have that kind of thing. You have people who are content creators, and they're looking for writers in terms of writing content. And I mean big organizations across the globe who are looking for content creators in terms of writing. So there are a lot more opportunities now when I was growing up, really, in terms of what writers can actually get into. And I would encourage anyone to not just limit themselves to be doing work in Jamaica. So, for example, a lot of my work is outside of Jamaica. And I would always encourage them, we're global people anyway, but to expose ourselves outside of Jamaica rather than us in Jamaica. And that would mean, going out, creating relationships across particular social media platforms, but it will also mean looking at opportunities. And a lot of opportunities I get come through LinkedIn, for example. So there are opportunities, a lot more opportunities than, like I said, when I was growing up.
Well, congrats to you, Kwame. Yeah, man, all the best, and thank you for representing, and wish you all the best. Thank you. I made them know say Sunrise Tenny, I wrote Kwame. Remember we done interview them, Kwame, so big up Miss Kitty, big up Uncle Dennis, big up CVM, Sunrise, Kwame, they're going to watch you, interview them. I'm going to big up. Kwame, I'm going to be in your next story, Kwame.
But hey, I just talk about representing. When he came in studio, I noticed something. I noticed something. Him always I represent Calabar.
Okay. All right. Bye, Kwame, on that
note. Many thanks to our guest. We've been talking with Kwame McPherson for carrying the Caribbean spirit to the world. After the break, we're going to be talking real life, real talk, and how to guide big conversations at home with Red Stripe.
The Aedes aegypti mosquito that spreads the Zika, chikungunya, and dengue viruses. Search for its breeding sites and destroy them.
A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. The time by the Ministry of Health and Wellness is 7:45.
There's no one way to enjoy your retirement, but only one account helps sweeten the time. Get extra benefits with a senior savers account from CIBC Caribbean, designed exclusively for 60 years and up at CIBC. Ambitions made real.
Step into Ultimate Visions and let's dress you for success. From the office to the classroom and everywhere in between. For the most comfortable and durable scrubs and industrial wear, chef jackets and aprons, overalls and lab coats, and of course, school uniforms for the children. We're stocked and centrally located at 10 Shortwood Road, Kingston 8. Call us at 876-339-5493. Ultimate Visions Limited. Your perfect fit is waiting.
Pedestrians, stay alert. Keep your head up and stay off the phone while crossing the road. Don't be a distracted walker. Every step matters. Look out before you step out. A message from the Ministry of Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport.
Thanks for staying with us here on Sunrise. It is just about 11 minutes heading up to 8 o'clock here in Kingston, Jamaica. So thank you very much for always being with us. Well, talking about alcohol with our children can be a little bit tricky, but it's a conversation that actually matters. I've already introduced the conversation with Jackson from last year, like when him asking about sorrel. And I said, this is an adult drink. So just to introduce it as an adult drink, so you can't manage it.
Right.
And to just find age-appropriate ways.
Yeah.
When you get older, we'll talk about it some more. When you get older, we'll talk about it some more. So that's my approach thus far. But my thing is that the conversation really does matter.
Yes.
And that is why one of my favorite brands and one of my favorite drinks, if you know, you know, Red Stripes, Responsibility Now Town Hall is putting the focus on guiding versus controlling.
Yeah.
Interesting. Helping families have honest, age-appropriate conversations without fear.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this morning we're joined by Head of Corporate Affairs at Red Stripe, Deanne Ashton Smith, to talk to her about their new initiative session and complete with skits, open dialogue, and even a very special coloring book to get the conversation flowing. Good morning, Deanne.
Good
Welcome
morning.
to Sunrise. How are
Thank
you?
you so much. So great to see you both.
Great to see you as
Kitty.
well. Yeah. Deanne, look like she'll wake up and I'm ready for the morning.
No, for me, it's great to see her. 'Cause
Yeah.
if you listen to her,
Yes.
you're just used to the soothing voice.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Playing the soothing music, so it's good to see you.
Yeah,
And you.
But yeah,
Yes.
that's very, very timely and very, very important conversation.
It is.
Because oftentimes parents, you talk to your children about sex and drugs, but never really about alcohol. And of course, the tagline, drink responsibly and not drinking over 18. I really love that the Diageo group really took that initiative to implement that, because alcohol can have, implications, right? And so, we want to drink, but we have to do so responsibly. And children who are very vulnerable and impressionable may not know how to deal with it. So talk to us about this town hall meeting and what spurred it and inspired it.
So, it's so interesting coming off of Carnival yesterday. And I happened to be in, and I just want to tell this quick story. I happened to be in one of these restaurants, and it was along the route. Kids are in there, and there's this young lady gagging, obviously, poisoned by alcohol. She had way too much to drink. So you had to have, the medics coming. And it really was frightening, I imagine, for a child to see. And it would have been able to open up the conversation. And you wonder if maybe that conversation never happened with this young lady, at an early age. And that's why we're doing it, because it's not an easy topic to broach. And so we thought, we've talked to parents, we've talked to students in school at the highest level, but have we made that connection for them? And so we thought, what better way to make this connection through an interactive session, not one that is preachy, not one that just tells you, but one that uses the arts to carry the message. So we're partnering with Pitchy Patchy, a brand that I absolutely love, and I think they do a fantastic job in making social commentary and using storytelling to spark conversations such as these. And they have come on board to do these skits for us, as has Miss Kitty, Mrs. Kitty, who will be our MC. And we also have the coloring book that will act as a guide, you know, so parents can sit and have the conversations with their kids. So we're making it easy because, you know, I color myself. I have an app on my phone. But I find that when kids color, they open up a little more.
Yes, yes.
And so we thought we'd use this therapeutic book in partnership with Sean Ashman, who is the CEO of Art of Motivation. And she has this series, but it is more around, you know, misbehaviors, those types of things. But we want to hone in on alcohol and what that can cause for an underage child.
But why, tell us a little bit more about the thinking behind this notion of controlling versus guiding.
You know, as a child growing up.
Yes.
The worst thing, tell me not to do it and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So there's a way of having the conversation, and too often we've come out of, and those of us who are more mature, or parents were, do as I say, but not as I do, kind of thing, you know. And that's the thing that we want people to understand. Your behaviors also impact the child. These are the parents that are sending the children to the shops to buy alcohol.
I was about to say.
But hold on to this 1 second, because when it comes to that, I was just thinking that we drink in front of our children all the time and normalize it. It's almost like the parents who are always telling the children, go read a book, but your child has never seen you read a book, or even the newspaper. They don't see you reading, so you don't cultivate that type of behavior.
And it creates more of a fear, I think, you know, when you tell them you should not be doing this. So they hide, they go to the parties and they drink.
So the town hall now, Deanne, it's going to be held at the Pegasus,
That's correct.
Who should come? Who do you want to come?
Anybody who has a child or is a guardian of a child, an auntie, an uncle, guidance counselors, parents such as yourselves, anybody who has influence over a child, we'd love for you to come.
So
teachers, guidance counselors, pastors, everybody, you know.
What time do we start?
We start at 6:30, and it's at the Jamaica Pegasus in the gardens. So it's going to be quite interactive. It's going to be funny, and we're going to be coloring as well. So guided conversations with Sean Ashman and Pitchy Patchy doing the drama for us to help pass on the message.
Our person's going to be getting like real tips as to how, because oftentimes we talk about what guiding versus controlling. But okay, Deanne, man, I hear you know. But when I'm sitting down with my 6-year-old or my 5-year-old or my 7-year-old, what exactly must I say?
That's the most beautiful question you could ask, because that's what the coloring book will do. It has coloring and it has guided conversations to help the parents with tips and open dialogue that will allow for less fear, comfort, you know, be free to have this conversation with me, and why not do it while you're coloring and doing something creative?
I know people, I have relatives who are really big on coloring, but they're not going to be there because, you know, they're just not available. Might they be able to get the coloring book at any other time?
Indeed, because eventually we're thinking of making it into an app where it's interactive and they can actually do the coloring and everything.
That would be good.
Right now it's a physical book that we're going to have and distribute to the schools, the parents, teachers associations.
So it's going to be rolled out.
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's not just a one-off, and also we will be recording the videos so that those can also accompany the conversations with parents having it in schools, etc. So it's a wonderful partnership, and we're so pleased and excited by it. It's always about innovating and connecting people, making it relatable. You know.
And I'm very happy and humbled and honored to be a part of it. You know, as a person I try to create impact, and when it comes to children and giving positive messages and letting our children feel safe too. Because alcohol is, you can drink, you know, and it's fine. But we have to do so responsibly and at the right time, right? And so it's important that I want to again congratulate Red Stripe on this initiative, because we are not just talking the talk. We don't want to continue blindly parenting. We want to parent on purpose and parent with intention. And these topics come up all the time. Unfortunately, many of us were not properly guided. And so we're controlled by the wrong things and wrong people.
And so this is the last thing I'd want to say. Talk early. Talk all the time, because silence never grew a wise child.
Amen.
I love that. I love that.
So poignant. Wonderful. So it's when again, Diane?
It's this Wednesday, 6:30 at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel.
So leave work, guys. You don't have to, I don't know, frill frock and gloves.
No.
Okay. You, I don't know, LaRue's setting, then on a British link up type of vibe, right? So you leave work and you come out, you know. Can they bring their children? Are children allowed?
No, we don't want the children there just yet, because it is an adult
So
only
you're
at this
equipping
point.
us.
We're equipping the parents first, then they go have the conversations and color with their child.
All right.
And we'll have mocktails after that. We're going to have a mocktail hour after, so it will be fun.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
I like it.
I'll be there on my A's.
That's right.
I like it.
Thank you.
It's a very on-brand Red Stripe initiative. It's what you would expect Red Stripe to do. It's very responsible. I like that. Dan Ashton Smith is the head of corporate affairs at Red Stripe, telling us about the Red Stripe Responsibility Town Hall happening this Wednesday, April 30, at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel in the Gardens. Be sure to head on out. We're going to take another quick break before wrapping things up on the flip side.
That's right.
TV and live Jamaica Premier League action on a Monday night. A match made in heaven. We call it Monday Match Night. Catch all the hard-pounding JPL Monday night action from now until the end of the season on CVM TV's Monday Match Night. Matchday Mondays at 7:45 p.m. with a rebroadcast Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Nothing else can quite match up. Monday Match Night, powered by Sunshine Snacks and ABC Electrical.
And that's all the
His
time.
name is Lucho.
We have.
He came from Porto. He came to score, came to score, came to score, score, score. Luis Diaz. He's from Baracas. And he plays for Liverpool.
Okay, all right. And Dennis, I'm so happy that you're happy.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, yeah. So, and you know what happened when we went to London?
Yes.
My husband was going to surprise me, you know, and go to Liverpool because I know I love Salah. But then they had a strike and, bus strike.
The train. I remember that.
I'm going to go back. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, always remember that kindness is karma and kindness is magic. So please be as kind to as many persons as you possibly can and be the blessing that you want to see. Have a magnificent day. I know some of you hope me at the lucky. Got people them work or doing work or the spread out yesterday like beach towel. So try go to the desk and all up till 5 o'clock.
That's right.
Okay. But I love you.
Tired.
Right.
26,000 steps. That's right.
That is right. Somebody like Saturday, I say, Jesus. Everybody walking to work, good morning. Go in the people that work and smile a while. Give your face a rest.
Just like you were yesterday.
Like you were yesterday. All right? Thank you, guys. Catch you tomorrow. Love you. Mwah. Bye.
Blessings around us. May not care who like me. Make us a go show love. Far me I come from. Good thing God got me. See it and you feel it. For me I come from. Life has meaning. Get the youth keep on believing. So see it and feel. Oh, life is so rough sometimes. Heaven hear me cry. I feel do something with my life. And the Lord is around us. The blessings surround us. May not care who like me. Make us a go show love. And the Lord is around us. In blessings surround us. Me no care who like me. Me just a go show love. Oh, far me I come from. What a journey. Good thing God got me. See it and you feel it. Far me I come from. Life has meaning.
Hawkeye's Total Connect. Hawkeye, securing what matters most.
Time by Hawkeye is 8 a.m.
The following program has been rated G and is suitable for general family viewing.
Welcome everybody, we are back. What's happening? What's up? How you doing? How have you been? I'm excited to be with you again.
We've seen how you work. I feel how you work. I see how you work, Jesus. How you work it. Yes. When I see my problems, you see my
Season 1 was a first. I don't know how people get around or over their first. Can't get over it. Such a beautiful thing, a beautiful journey that we had embarked on. Met new people, I had new experiences, found out so much about what's happening in the churches in Jamaica and these ministries.